Hey everybody. Today we're going to be converting an older Acer Aspire One netbook into a Chromebook just for an experiment using Neverware's CloudReady. What you can do is you can go to this site and download CloudReady Home Edition, which is a free version of this platform. What you have to do here is you have to create a USB installer either on a flash drive or an SD card. So first you'll download the actual CloudReady free file, and it's actually a zip file. Over here it is. First I'm going to extract that. While it's extracting, let's take a look here at these directions, which you can find on their website. First you'll extract a file, and then next you'll need to install and launch the Chromebook recovery utility, which I don't think I had the extension installed, so let's see. I may or may not have it. Yep, I already have it. I just have to go re-enable it. I think to access it, all we need to do is look for a folder, because I already have it installed. I think it's under Chrome apps. Yep, there we go. Chromebook recovery utility. Just go ahead and launch that for now. So we'll need to create a USB installer. By following these directions, they'll say you'll need a 4 gig or larger USB flash drive or SD card. And here's where we need to use that image that we had downloaded. It's in that bin file, which is still extracting. So while that's going on, let's go ahead and look at this. This is the overview of what you actually need. 20 minutes for the USB installer creation. And here's what's funny is an 8 gigabyte or 16 gigabyte USB stick. It's a note SanDisk branded USB devices may not function correctly and are not recommended. Well, I know why, because I have a SanDisk 8 gig USB cruiser, and it thinks it's a local disk and not actually a flash drive. Now, I'm not exactly certain why they don't want you to use anything larger than a 16 gig or anything. Well, I can understand anything less than an 8 gig, but either, that's funny that you can't use a 32, 64, or 128 gigabyte stick. They recommend 8 or 16 gigs, so we're going to be using the SD card. Here you can check your network connection and check hardware compatibility. And of course, then you would choose build the installer, which is where we get to the page that we was just at. Here's the Chromebook recovery utility, so on and so forth. Okay, I finished getting the needed files off my SD card, so we're going to go ahead and use it. Here is the Chromebook recovery utility. I'm going to get started. Go ahead and click the gear for settings. Use local image. And we'll go ahead and put in the location of the image. Select our image. That's it right there. Continue. And it's advising you that all data and partitions on the recovery media will be deleted. So go ahead and create now. And it's going to go ahead and create the recovery image. Okay, the recovery media has been created. At this point, we're going to click Done and remove the recovery media from the machine. Okay, everybody. It's funny to note this netbook having two SD slots, one over here titled Storage Expansion, and your standard SD slot over here. This thing does not support booting off of SD cards. Doesn't support it. So I went ahead and loaded the CloudReady installer onto my flash drive. The SanDisk Cruiser flash drive that they don't recommend using. But we're going to try it and see how it does anyway. Let's go ahead and pop this in. And we'll see how this goes. Let this boot up. I'm actually continuing this video series like over a week later, so I'm going to install CloudReady. I'm going to actually do a standalone. And we'll just let this complete. Okay, everybody, this machine has finished installing CloudReady. Let's go ahead and start it up. This will be your first startup. Go and connect it to Wi-Fi. And here's where you can sign into your Chromebook. I'll continue that later on, but let's just take a look here. So our date and time is showing Pacific time right now. Oh heck, let's go ahead and sign in. And here we'll go ahead and choose the picture to display for the sign-in screen. Kind of reminds me of setting up Windows in a way. And that's essentially it, I do believe. Here we go into settings. Should be able to correct the time zone in there. Definitely not the fastest right now, but let's see. Yeah, what was going on is this thing was installing all my Chrome extensions, which was really slowing it down, considering netbooks just don't have that much power. This is essentially Chromium OS. There we are, date and time. You can see by default it is set to set times on automatically using your location. Huh. That reminds me of Windows 8 or Windows 10. They think they're smarter than you and know the time zone better than you do. Yeah. And holy cow, look at all the freaking... That's funny, it considers Eastern Daylight Time as UTC. Well, I guess because we're in Daylight Time. Normally it's UTC -5. So now the time is correct. So essentially, if you've never seen Chrome OS, this is what you get right here. It's essentially it's a Chrome browser that's an operating system. It's based on Linux, of course. But you have your Google apps, you know, all that good stuff. And you can store files in here as well. Which, of course, I would hope, considering, you know, this machine does have a 160 gigabyte hard drive. And you have, of course, Google Drive and offline. Downloads. But yeah, of course, Chrome OS or Chromium OS is more of, it's cloud-based, of course. I'm going to launch Chromium. See how long it takes for this to launch. I was just curious to see how this thing would run it. Looks like it's struggling. There we go. Because I didn't click it hard enough. And just for example, you can see this is imported on my bookmarks and settings and all that good stuff. So we're going to navigate to Cube Computer Channel, why not? That's when the Computer Channel officially has 100 videos. It's like, oh wow. I think what I have like over 900 videos now. So essentially, this is how you can convert an old netbook into a Chromebook. Now, perhaps with a slightly newer netbook that you can add, additional RAM to, more than 1.5 gigabytes. So you can add 2 gigs of RAM to it at least. You'd have yourself a somewhat decent little machine, but don't expect it to be very fast. So if you're expecting to turn your netbook into a speeding demon by installing Chromium OS on it, that's not going to happen. So anyways, again, that is the process of converting an old netbook into a, sort of slow but still usable Chromebook. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this video from Q Computer Channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Q Computer Channel for more updates, and remember to tick the bell so that we actually get notified of these updates. Did you know that I am also on a second channel that's CubeCompMTDX? Over there you'll find videos of bicycling, weather, elevators, and all sorts of other neat and interesting stuff. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And again, I thank you for your support, and thanks for watching this video.